Hallelujah, glory to your name, Father. Hi, hi, everybody. Peace, love, and light to you. I know I'm kind of sounded kind of low. My voice is kind of choky. It's because I'm so weak. I did finally get out the hospital yesterday. I am so weak. I'm going through physical therapy and recovery. At least that's what they want me to do, but I basically recovered in the hospital. I was in the hospital for 14 days, and the whole 14 days been a nightmare. Um, I ended up losing everything just by going to the hospital by ambulance and being in there so long. I lost everything that I tried to create and grow for my channel, channel material, supplies, video content, translator content. I lost everything. I don't even have the glasses that I need to see. And I'm just bringing it live to all of you today. I am sort of behind on my videos because being in there so long, I don't know when and how fast I can get caught up, but I'll try and do my best here. Peace, love, and light to each and every one of you. Wisdom, love you, unconditional, and not in the bed. And for those of you that wish to send body parts down the line, please keep them to yourself because wisdom don't want to see that. Wisdom is not about that. Wisdom has never represented nor betrayed to be anything like that. I am a beacon of light and an earth angel, and please respect me as so. And with that being said, for each and every one of you who have entered into the live or on the chat or however, please like, share, and subscribe my content. I would really appreciate that if you like, share, and subscribe to my content. If those of you who I can't see the ad, I don't know how to add you anyway. Even if you were on here, coming up on the feed or the live or whatever it is, I wouldn't know how to add you for you to talk to me or anything like because I cannot see. But I know the Most High God has rest assured in me that everything's going to be all right. You know, I've been misnumbered, miscalculated, misnamed, misrepresented, and miss everything else. I thank each and every one of you spiritualists who has been reading my energy and has my best at heart. And there are many of you that has been reading my energy. I like to start out by thanking Divinely Guided for the wonderful job that he has been doing reading my energy. Maji got tea, a spiritual sage, and it just goes on and on and on with all of you. All of you have picked up on my energy, have been reading my energy, and have been, whether you know it or not, coasting me along. But had it not been for the divinely guided, I don't think that I'd just came out with doing the lives and stuff like that while I'm waiting for my synchronicity. And then it just got to the point where I'm like, okay, well, I do need to be aligned because this is what the Most High God says. But I was getting sicker and sicker and sicker. It got to the point where, mercy, Jesus, it got to the point where I couldn't even walk. I couldn't even fix me anything to eat. I have a sister who is cerebral palsy, who reluctant depend upon me for everything. I couldn't even feed the both of us. And then it got to the point where I just said, Lord, just even if I could just crawl to the kitchen to fix us something to eat, I'll just be glorified in that because my sister depends on me and she has to eat. I wasn't very hungry. You know, when you're sick, you don't even really have an appetite. But I still needed to eat too. But I, again, placing her before me. And I never knew so unethical with their decisions and interact with you. But it is just like Divinely Guided said that I have a lot of family members who don't want anything but to tear me down because they've always known, they do know, and they do see who I truly am. And for that purpose and that reason only gives them that cue to want to destroy me Because remember, I am here working with the light and the darkness. I am here to bring a balance if I can, but I'm also here to bring judgment if I got to, according to the Most High God. His judgment rules over all things. And now I'm stand because I am spiritual and because I do have religious background. I tell everybody that each and every one of us spiritualists are religion to a degree, because religion is the basics in which you have to learn who you are and what your purpose is and what your calling is before you walk into that calling that God has for you. Once you have obtained these basic once you have obtained these basic characters and these basic lessons and these basic instructions and these basic uh, uh, um, biblical understanding, and take it in or take it up to become who you are spiritually, you are no longer a baby in Christ. You are no longer a baby for God to send out into the world. He cannot send you on your journey if you want to hold on to babyhood. Eventually, you do have to grow up and become the beacon of light that He is sending out there into the world. Not a scared beacon of light, not a little beacon of light, but a true earth angel standing on the square, standing on their power, and doing exactly what the divine wants you to do and no other. And see, this is what they have been trying to destroy in me, trying to perk out of me, trying to purge out of me, trying to act like it ain't there, act like they don't see it, act like I'm this, act like I'm that, and I'm none of these things that they're misrepresenting me to be, or even placing labels for me to be, because they can't see me for the sap in their eyes. But God still held me standing strong. God still is going to keep me standing strong. And that beacon of light that He sent into this world to do the things that He called upon me to do, I shall, I say, I say, and I say, I shall do these things. And with my family, the soul tribes, with chosen ones, with all of my family of the spiritual realm and the spiritual essence of those realms. I thank each and every one of you for latching on to my energy and carrying me through, because if it had not have been for you, your divine protection with the angels and the ancestors, I wouldn't even be this far on my mission. I was meant to be destroyed. How do you go to a hospital in an ambulance and then sent back home 10 days later in an ambulance for them to stop the ambulance? No, don't bring her up here. She can't come up here. We're getting ready to move. I got evicted. This is my last bag. I'm not. Now, I've been staying with these people for 5 months, me and my sister. All of our stuff is in the room. I didn't have a chance and an option to pack anything of ours. I didn't have an option to go up there and try to get my stuff situated, because it's just like the Most High God said. They already went through my stuff. They got my wallet. They got our information, mainly my sister's information, because I had to take my information to the hospital with me just to show my medical and stuff like that. All of her information was in the wallet. But lo and behold, whatever it is that they thought they were doing, I send it back to them 77 times, 177. You will not get away with the things that you thought you were going to do to me. I reverse it back to you, the sender. And so, I don't know. I'm talking, and I really just don't know what to do at this point, other than rely upon those that I do know that has my best heart at hand. And that would be my new tribe, my new family, my new people that are bringing me up against these wild and wicked fowls of the air, and these people that are in high places that needs to be brought down, that don't want me to bring them down, but they got to come down. They have to come down. No more trying to be Mrs. Nice Person. No more trying to adequately trying to really help somebody that's got free will. They were giving free will. They don't want the help. They don't want to recognize the Most High God as being the divine entity that He is over the whole universe. And so it is what it is. And now is a duel to the duel and to the finish. Now there's getting ready to become a separation in power and a separation in authority. And this separation is either you're going to heaven or you're going to hell, because you cannot. And I'm going to say it, and I'm saying it, and I mean every bit of what I'm saying. You can't enter into the kingdom of heaven except but by me. I am the gatekeeper. You can't go up there. I lift them up all the time, and I also bring them down all the time. So I know exactly what I'm talking about when I say these things. I am never the one to lie or bring a reproach on the Most High God. I am as pure will ever get. And you cannot get any purer than me. I have not been taunted. I have not been miraculously tamed or manipulated or trying to be a manipulator. I don't take, I don't steal, I don't lie, I don't do any of those things. It either is His way or it's no way. And so to be so weak, and I remember yesterday, I couldn't even hardly walk, but God gave me the strength to make it through yesterday. When I got up this morning, He said just like this: the agenda today is to do a little bit more than what you did yesterday. And oh, by the way, about the situation with them taking everything, leave it alone, because you're going to have even greater things than that. They're going to wish they hadn't even messed with you. They're going to wish they hadn't took anything from you. And it's not just them. Any and everybody that has taken from you will be replacing that they took from you. So I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I don't have anything now, but I'm okay with it. I'm leaping for joy because I know my family has my back. My new family, my soul tribe, my chosen ones, they have my back. I'm okay. I'm all right. And I just got to, do what I have to keep going. That's what I got to do. I do have to keep going. I cannot stop under any circumstances. Now, yeah, my little numbers probably, I don't know where I don't even be looking at that anyway. I only get like one or two every so often. I might get a heated streak here or something like that, but it's not about that with me. It's not about the clout. It's not about the views. It's not about the followers. It is about being obedient to the Most High God and living in that obedience and doing what these are His channels. They're doing what they're doing because He wants them to do what they're doing. If He want them to grow, they'll grow. If He want them to stay stag, they're going to stay stag. He needs me to do what He called upon me to do. And I am lifted up by those that know, as they read my energy, that I have been lifted up for this cause. And I thank each and every one of you. I really do. I see all of you, each and every one of you. And there's a lot of you to call, and some of you I can't just sit here and call all day. But I thank each and every one of you spiritualists. I really do. And with that being said, and without further ado, like I said, I don't know how I'm going to get everything called back up, but I will be getting everything called back up. But it's not going to be like it was when I was doing the templates. I'm going to do some templates. I'm going to do some God said or templates. I'm going to do some warrior templates or whatnot, but because I can't really talk that long or talk uh, uh, that firm, because my voice is weak. I'm weak, but I'm going to do whatever I could do. But most importantly, I will be going live, and I'll be going live every other day, or maybe, you know, 2 or 3 times out of the day. I don't know. It depends on. But let's make this happen, each and every one of us. Let's make this happen for the better, for the better, for the Most High God. put that in motion for the divine. The divine is counting on to play our roles, and all of us have been playing our roles, and that we're not. But make that happen for the divine, for me, is what I'm saying. Now, I'm coming down a different path, and it's a path that nobody's walked but me, and I'm the only one that can walk that path. And that path is so lonely for me. That path is so scary in a sense because I'm the only one. Can't nobody give me advice about it. Can't nobody tell me anything about that path because nobody's ever walked the path but me. But I feel rest assured. I may be the only one walking it, but I am not all alone. I have my brothers and sisters out on here looking out for me and reading my energy and pushing me along the way. And thank you so much. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Thank you so much for those pushes. I need them. I need each and every one of them. I need their energy read day and night. Stay on top of it. Stay on top of those energy prayers. Stay on top of the energy warriors that's out here under the spiritualist. Stay on top of all of it. Chosen ones, don't let me rock back. Prop me up. Push me forward. This is what I'm asking you. Because now the hour is at hand and you know exactly what it don't mean what they think it means. The hour is at hand where I really need you guys the most. And that would be now. I remember when I got out the hospital and the paramedics tried to take me up the stairs. She was so rude to them. She wouldn't let them come up the stairs. She told them they wasn't coming up the stairs. And you definitely are not bringing her up here. She's in a hospital bed. But that was the only way that they could transport me. But they were getting ready to transport me from the bed to a chair to pull me up the 18 stairs because I couldn't walk. And so I lost everything. That's all I can say is I lost everything. And then at the same time, I lost everything. The way I lost it, it was meant. Imagine this. It was meant to humiliate. I'm no more humiliated now than I was when they took all of my stuff from me. I'm not humiliated. Why? What reason would I have to be humiliated when I was in the hospital fighting for my life? And I get out the hospital and all this stuff took place. I have no reason, but it's things being said and things being converted over as conversations and stuff to try and make it look like it's so so bad and so horrible and so mid twitted to where I should be feeling something. I feel nothing but what I'm going to do about it. That's what I feel. And you know, we all hold powers. And you know, we don't often always be using our powers because our powers is to hold us up. And they're also to be used for good because we're not with the hocus pocus bull crap. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between an earth angel and a sorcery. It's a difference between a person doing witchcraft and a person just stepping truly in their divine femininity, you know. And it's a difference between an earth angel, which is a beacon of light, and a person that is completely evil and wicked through what do you call them? I don't even want to use the word sorcery. The other ones, you know, the ones that try to come after us for what we got until they realize they can't take what we got. But that's their mission. To them, they think that they can just take our head and then they have our powers. It does not work like that. The warlocks and witches is a difference between a warlock and a witch, as opposed of an earth angel and a beacon of light. You don't have the powers, nor the authority. And if you don't understand the difference between warlocks and witches and beacon of light and earth angels, you need to sit down. You really do, before you get hurt. Because that's the only thing that can come out of it is you're going to suffer a tremendous amount of damage. And it's not going to be just physical damage, it's going to be damage in every area of your life. And because of what you did to me, you're really getting ready to bring that tower down. That tower's coming down. And so, I try, I try my best to do all that I'm told to do by the Most High God. It's gotten to the point where I just do. I don't even question. I do. It is not my authority, nor my business, nor my place to question God. If God tell me to go across Europe and pick up a little baby in a stroller, I'm going across Europe, seek out that baby in that stroller with my antennas. You know what our antennas is, our tuitions. And when I zoom in on that baby, I'm picking that baby up and bringing it back to the Most High God. There's nothing to question. If he tell me to go down in Midtown and lay hands on 50 people and I would know them when I come up to them, it is what he said. I cannot question the divine. If he tell me it is now time, it is time for the separation of the souls. And each person should be aligned in two lines. One will be entering into the kingdom of heaven, and one line is for those that are departing into hell. If you cannot do this, if you do not do this, there will be no flesh left alive. I have to do what he tell me to do. That's it. That's it, and that's all. I do what he, not man, but what he tells me to do. The divine. And the divine do have a mouth, and he do talk to you. You just got to know how he communicate with you. And if you have not set up a personal relationship with him for him to be able to talk to you, he sees the heart. He don't see nothing else but the heart. The purity of it. If your heart is not pure, he don't have a word to say to you. You're raggedy, you're scraggly, you're dirty inside. But yes, he do talk to you. He do got a mouth. He's been talking to me all my life before I was sent here and when I got here. He never stopped talking to me. So if he's not talking to you, do a deep search. Do a deep search and ask him, why is it that you have not heard his voice? And then go from there. Let him tell you, not you come up with your own wild, predatorial things. Let him tell you what you need to do to adequately hear the voice of him. Because it usually consists of meditation. It consists of long-suffering prayer. It consists of communion. It consists of a whole bunch of things, building up that personal relationship with the divine before you can even hear his voice. So, if you're not doing any of those things, that could be the very essence and the reasons why you keep seeming to think he don't have a voice. The divine do have a voice. Had he not had a voice, out of those words, none shall trunk enter into the universe as a word, that it was just spoken out of his mouth as a word come into existence. Stop. Know where you are. Know the Bible. Know the history. Know the universe. Know our God. Why is it that people be talking about God, but they don't know him? How you going to talk about somebody you really don't know? You got people go to church every Sunday, people standing up on the pulpits, people waving their hands, people jumping up and down, people boo-hooing, people doing tabak, people doing shabak, people doing talat, people doing adah, people with the wavery of the hands, pressing themselves, giving you everything that they got, getting down, rooted, nasty with it, ugly, with the droppings of the tears, and they don't know God. How? Learn him. Learn him. And you only get in a short time. You thought that the world was just going to keep on going while you playing straddling the fence and playing like you got plenty of time to do this and plenty of time to do that, and you'll pick up the divine when you're ready, and then you'll put him down when you feel like you want to thump or bump or get into your anxieties or your me times with your weed and all that. Stop. It does not work like that. It does not work like that. It don't work like that. It really, really don't. It threw me back for a loop, but that's okay. God's finna jumpstart me and place me so far up in the front. Do you hear me? It was meant to destroy me, but it didn't. Didn't I do that song? It was meant to destroy me. Uh-huh. But it didn't. Yes, it was meant to destroy me. What they did to me in the hospital, plotting it behind doors, closed doors, whispering in the night, whispering in the daytime, just really watching and observing and calculating how long I'm gonna be, how much longer I'm gonna be in the hospital, what state is she really in? Can we pull this off now? Oh, hideous, hideous stuff. Family and their associates. You know, so dirty, so dirty. But it's not over with yet. It is not over with. And I see my demise. But of course, I've always saw it. But I mean, I have a better demise in the kingdom of heaven, and my wardrobe and my treasury chest and everything else. So I'm just saying, whatever here, whatever they can give you here. But anyway, that I just came live to get this across. 26 minutes. Try to do it for 45, I guess. I don't know. It's a lot of talking, and then if I talk too long, I'm gonna start coughing, choking, and gagging. And I don't want you guys seeing all that, hearing it either. I'll try. I'll try to do. But yes, welcome to my life. Peace, love, and light to each and every one of you. And if you're drinking on any beverages, go ahead and pop those lids and twist those caps, sit back and enjoy the life. And by all means, subscribe to this live. Like, share, and comment. Comments don't hurt either. Comments help us to know if you're digging the swag. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping that you're digging something with me because Lord Jesus, I ain't got too much for you. If you want to lie, you ain't going to get that from me, so I ain't. But if you want truth, I hope you're digging the swag. I really do. But I don't know. It's up to you what you want and what you like. And by you people not really coinciding with me on what you like. No, I'm not throwing no tarot cards around, and I don't have to. But I am. I'm open to all changes. I am. I really am. I'm open to learning those. I have some. Well, and let me take that back too, because yeah, I had a lot of stuff in the storage. I could never go back to my storage because I depend on someone to get my stuff out of storage. And Wisdom has been homeless for a whole year and 2 months, and I'm still homeless on top of all of this. So I don't know. That's why I said I suffered a great loss. A great loss. I did. But it's not so bad. It really isn't. It's not so bad at all. It's a great loss, but I can bounce back from that whenever the Most High want me to bounce back from it. Right now, He want me to put this video up here, and He want me to tell the world about what's going on with me, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm sharing it with all of you, and I want you to know what's going on with me. And after this, I guess I'll just periodically come up here and try to do what I can, but bear with me, please, because I am still weak, sore, and I almost can't hardly do anything, but I am trying. I am making progress as I move along here, and it's not like I really truly have someone escorting me to the bathroom, or I'm doing everything on my own. And so it takes a little longer for me to get to the restroom, and then I got to sit there and, do my biz, and then it takes a little bit longer to finish up in there, and then work my way back in the bedroom. But I'm doing it, and I'm getting along with it, and so that's all that matters, and that's all that counts. I ask each and every one of you to keep me in your prayers and your thoughts, and help me to become stronger each day. Prayers does move mountains. I'm a very firm believer in that. And I'm going to just go ahead and get off of here right now. And I tried to press it to 45, but that's too much. It's going to take too much time. I'm just going to end it right now. I love you guys unconditional. And always, always to the Most High God, who is the number one and the head of my life and my household. Shalom. Shalom.